the research head at Vachana Investments. He's with us. Rudra, warm welcome. Good afternoon. Good to have you with us. You know, we've been discussing this EV theme as part of our KYC segment today. So I'll take your view as well. You know, how are you assessing the opportunities for fresh retail investors? Is it a space that is giving us exciting long-term opportunities, and are there any key stocks that you're focused on here? I think you're on mute, Rudra.
Yeah, thank you, Sakshi. Good afternoon, and pleasure to always be in your show. See, for me, EV definitely is a good theme one can have in an investor's portfolio, and I will still stick to large cap stocks if I have to play this theme. For me, M&M looks very, very strong at current market price, and if someone wants to play that theme, stay with large cap and look at Mahindra and Mahindra. That is my top pick when it comes to EV. And for me, yes, Maruti and Tata Motors on dips will be a good buying opportunity. I will wait for another 5 to 10% kind of a correction and then look at buying them. But then at current market price, if I have to buy EV as a theme and if I have to pick a stock, I will be going for Mahindra and Mahindra.
Mahindra and Mahindra is your pick. Okay, on the EV charging space also, do you find anything else interesting?
Sakshi, definitely yes. One can look at even that as a theme and then look into buying stocks from the sector. But I am of the view when it comes to any of these EV themes, or if you want to bet on similar themes on your portfolio, I would rather stay with large cap stocks initially, because these are themes which are yet to emerge on a bigger side. And I don't want to bet on any mid or small cap stocks where clarity is missing. See, might be out of 10 companies, you might see two which can do it really to the market share, what is very, very important, and the rest of them may not even make it up. So for me, yes, if you want to buy EV themes, I will definitely stick to Maruti, Tata Motor, and then Mahindra and Mahindra. But then for me, in the order of preference, M&M will be on the top pick. So might be at current levels of around 2,700. M&M is a very, very good buy, and strong support is there at 2,650. So it's a good risk reward to enter at current market price. I am looking at targets of 3,000 to come on M&M very shortly. Stock is also available in futures. If one wants to go long and carry their position and keep rolling it over, you will definitely make good money. However, we had a very short-term news on the SEBI chief and the association and the research money what used to go from company like M&M, and that was one reason why stock came down. But then these are big companies which will always make up for these kinds of event, and then you have to buy them, and these are quality stocks available at a cheap price when you get these kinds of event. And I will be a buyer at current level in M&M. Keep a strict stop loss of 2650 and look at targets of 3,000 to come initially, and one can definitely take position in futures on the long side.
Okay, got it. Let's move on now to take all the questions that have been waiting for you, Rudra, to be answered today from our viewers. First, I'll take the question from Soumya for you. She says, could you please tell me a short-term stock for this September series that is included in the F&O segment that I can buy in?
I will go for banks, and for me, Indus India Bank looks very good. Keep a stop loss of 1,440. Buy it in futures. Look at target of 1,480, 1,500 to come on Indus India Bank.
Okay, got it. I think we have a caller now with us from Mumbai, Kalpesh Patel. Hi, Kalpesh. Good afternoon. पूछिए.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम, कैसे हो आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ. आप कैसे हैं?
मैं एकदम बढ़िया हूँ मैम. मैंने एक छोटा फाइनेंस फ्यूचर बाय किया हुआ है @1465 में, और
ठीक है.
मेरा टारगेट 50. मुझे ये जानना है, ये भी जो बजाज होम फाइनेंस का है क्या,
जी जी
पूरा
जी
बूम चल रहा है.
बिल्कुल.
ठीक है, तो ये चोला फाइनेंस है भी, ये पी वाइज काफी सस्ता है कंपेयर टू बजाज होम फाइनेंस से. तो ये मेरे को 1650 टारगेट कब तक मिल सकता है?
ओके, गॉट इट. तो चलिए यहाँ पर राय ले लेते हैं. बजाज हाउसिंग फाइनेंस आईपीओ के चलते जो मूव देखने को मिल रहा है एंटायर हाउसिंग फाइनेंस स्पेस में, इसको देखते हुए उन्होंने खरीदा है एक फ्यूचर का लॉट चोला इन्वेस्टमेंट फाइनेंस में 1465 पे. रुद्रा, व्हाट विल योर व्यू बी? डू यू सी टारगेट्स ऑफ अपवर्ड्स ऑफ 1600 दैट ही हैज फॉर हिमसेल्फ?
Definitely possible. Definitely advocate a buy even at current market price. Looks very strong to me, and yes, his target can come very soon.
Okay, your target can come very soon. Let's take the next question. This is from Tejasvi Kumar. He says, Hi Rudra sir, Namaskara. Please do tell me about Persistent Systems. I have a call at 5400. What would you suggest?
Sakshi, for me, mid cap IT can definitely do good and much better than large cap IT. And yes, three mid cap IT stocks which I really like, which is available in F&O, will be Coforge, Persistent, and then Tech Mahindra. So all three are really good. But here he has taken call option and is waiting for momentum also to catch up. Yes, for me, Persistent is a good stock, can move and go to levels closer to 5,450 and even 5,500. So one has to hold weight on for some time. And yes, for last 3-4 days, it is consolidating after a big up move. So he would have been much better if he would have either bought in futures, or he could have even rather than buying call, he could have sold put option. But however, yes, leverage is something what you get always in option buying, but one has to understand when you buy option, you should catch not only the direction but also momentum. And if momentum doesn't come, then time decay or theta will always take out all the premiums which are there. So I will ask him to wait out and keep a strict stop loss now on futures level at somewhere closer to 5,270. So with that stop loss, look at targets of 5,450, 5,500 to come on Persistent.
Okay, got it. So I hope this has answered your question. We have the next caller from Indore. Lavish is with us on the phone line. Yes, Lavish, go on with your question.
Hello, Sakshi ma'am, how are you?
I'm all well. Tell me, what's your question and how are you?
Yeah, ma'am. Rudra sir, I have two questions. First one is, please guide me about what to purchase in between the Welspun Living and Phase 3Q company. And the second one is, please, I have 500 shares of BPL at the rate of 115. Sir, please give me target for both the companies.
Okay. So between Phase 3Q Company, Phase 3 Limited, that's trading at 469.9 odd levels, and Welspun Living, which is a better company. And the second question is, as far as BPL is concerned, now Lavish is holding about 500 shares of BPL at the rate of 115, and he has a 6 months target right there as far as this stock is concerned too. Rudra, can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, Sakshi,
Okay.
you're looking
Yes.
at BPL. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, see, when it comes to BPL, definitely a very good stock. Only thing is, it has been consolidating now for last 3 months, and stock current market price is at around 116. So am I right with the stock, Sakshi, BPL?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I would advocate definitely a hold on BPL, keep a stop loss of 110, which is a very tight stop loss from current market price, and continue holding the stock, or even average or buy more of BPL at current market price. Keep a closing basis stop loss of 110. Yes, stock can go towards levels closer to that 145, 150 range. A hold and even a buy at current market price with 110 as stop loss on closing basis. Now, he had also a query on Welspun Living. Now, if
Yes.
I see charts of Welspun Living, yes, having made a top at around 210, stock is definitely seeing some amount of profit booking. But however, it is now coming closer to its very strong support zone, which is at around 170. So if I have to buy Welspun Living at current market price, I will keep a stop loss of 170 on closing basis, buy at current market price, and look at those highs of 210 to come. And once it decisively closes above 210, 212, where it met the previous peak, it will move towards 250, 270 zone.
Okay, got it. So there you have it on BPL and Welspun Living. You've got both the questions answered from Rudra. We'll get back to Rudra till the time we fix his internet as well. But in the meanwhile, I'll just quickly tell you what exactly is buzzing in the D Street. First up, the Nifty is also coming off the low point of the day as well. We are seeing it talking along that flat line. It's Wipro that's buzzing very strongly on the Nifty, about 3.3% higher. Both Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance are also buzzing with the way of allotments now being released as far as Bajaj Housing IPO is concerned. So both these stocks are buoyant today. Let's also look at what else is buzzing. You have the real estate stocks that are doing well. The index is up by about 1.5%. That's the one that's the top moving sectoral index. No, you also have PSU banks. That's now up 1.6%. So PSU banks coming back sharply. Metals, broader markets, consumer durables, IT. These are the spaces that are actually doing very well. On the FNO side, you have Piramal Enterprises that's doing well, Bandhan Bank, Manappuram Finance, City Union Bank. These are the stocks that are actually buzzing in trade right now. So I think it's the banking space that Rudra also clearly mentioned for us. As IndusInd Bank is he's talking about, that stock is also among the top movers as far as the Nifty is concerned. Let's look at what is not performing. Life insurance names, HDFC and SBI both dragging on the Nifty. ITC seeing a cut of 1.2%. Tata Consumer Products, Asian Paints, Adani Ports, HUL. These are the top drags as of now as far as the markets are concerned. Even the PSU stocks, they're flattened out right now. Metal counters, some of them are actually still holding up. So an NMDC is up about 2%. You have Steel Authority of India, IRCTC, Container Corp, Oil India. These are the stocks that are still buzzing in trade. We'll get back to Rudra in a bit, but let me just address all the questions that are actually coming in from all our viewers, which we will be taking on the show with us and with Rudra too. So the question that we have is from Chetan Kumar. He's a follower of Rudra and he wants his views on L&T Finance in his portfolio at 171. We'll be taking your question too. Let's take Sameer Nikam's question also shortly with Rudra. So Sameer Nikam writes, hi Sakshi ma'am, good afternoon. I love your show so much. Thanks a lot Sameer for writing in, and I'm glad that you really like this show, and I'm hoping that this is able to help you out in your stock market journey. He's looking at some of the stock questions on Som Distilleries, and he's also looking at Mishtan food stock also. So we'll try and address both these stocks to Rudra once he joins in. Then we also have a question from Mr. Tekpal Bhatia who's writing in on Timken India. Then we have Varun who's writing in on Exide Batteries where he's actually sitting on a 9% loss. This is one of the stocks that was really outperforming when the rally was being unfolded as far as the auto names are concerned. Namish is writing us on Tata Motors, of course an important one. That's been a lot of volatility in the last few days. So I can understand that there are the questions coming in on Tata Motors too. Swarnika has also written in and she also wants to know on Amara Raja. So we have an Exide question and we have an Amara Raja question. Maybe we'll club these questions and take those two. And then we also have people writing into us on railway stocks. So Sandeep Pancharia has written in as far as RVNL is also concerned. We will be taking that question. Hema is also written on IRCTC. It's an interesting stock. Let's look at IRCTC today. Remember, the news was that LIC has increased a stake in IRCTC, and therefore you saw the stock higher. It's come off the day's high point for sure, but it is definitely one of the stocks that we will be discussing with Rudra. So as a railway story too. Let's also see some other stocks that are coming in as a questions. So we have a question on the real estate space. And we have a question on Sobha Realty that's coming in too. Raj Kumar Gaba is writing on the Tata Group stocks. Both Tata Telecom and Tata Chemicals is where he's looking at some views being taken. Okay, so we will be addressing that question too. We have a lot of questions that are coming in, so keep writing into us. We're just waiting for Rudra to join in so that he can be answering all those questions. We'll try and help you understand most of the questions that's coming in. Okay, Rudra is back with us. Great to have you with us, Rudra. Let's look at some of these questions that are coming to you quickly. We have, let's take Swarnika's question first, and she's asking on Amara Raja Batteries, and we also have a question on Exide. Both these stocks have been outperformers within the auto ancillary pack. How would you view these?
Sakshi, definitely a buy on Amara Raja battery. I will keep a strict stop loss of around 1380. So with that stop loss of 1380, buy at current market price. Look at targets of around 1550 to come on Amara Raja battery first. And yes, it can even move towards 1680 and all-time high levels of around 1750. So a strong buy at current market price for Amara Raja battery. And if I see charts of Exide Industry, yes, definitely this is another counter. After seeing a big up move, it is now consolidating. At current market price, I will be a buyer again in Exide. Keep a stop loss of around 435, which is bit deeper from current market price, and buy Exide and look at targets first to come at around 525 and then 560 on X side. So buy on both X side as well as Amaraja battery.
Okay, we have a caller with us, Rahul from Mumbai. Hi Rahul, please ask your question.
Yeah, so my question is with Rudra sir. I have future position in IEX, Manappuram and L&T Finance. So should I sell or should I hold?
Okay, got it. So that's the view that's coming in. Right, Rudra ji, बताइए क्या करें अभी ये?
Yeah, IEX is one stock which I was repeatedly recommending, even though I was bit bearish on market till Nifty breaks that level of 25,220. But however, this stock even in bad market kept on outperforming, and IEX can still do good from current market price. Now hold on with a strict stop loss of around 210 and look at targets of around 235, 240 to come on IEX. Now when it comes to L&T Finance, so for me, this is another stock which is really good. If you want to play NBFC, this is a stock to definitely have on your buy list. And for me, it has given a clear breakout now above levels of 174. Hold on to L&T Finance and look at targets of 182 to come and then 190 on L&T Finance. Keep a stop loss of around 170 and be long both on IEX and L&T Finance.
ओके चलिए अगला सवाल लेते हैं ये सवाल हमारे पास आया है इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन एक मुझे दिखा था हमारे व्यूअर्स की तरफ से ओके ये स्वर्णिका है आंध्र प्रदेश से NHPC पर पूछ रही हैं 108 पर खरीदा है NHPC अभी आपको कैसा लगता है
In fact, Sakshi, for me, if I see the chart patterns of NHPC, yes, this is one stock which has seen so much of consolidation and it is in a tight range. What I will do is if I have NHPC for sure, I'll be keeping a strict stop loss of 90 rupees on closing basis and then I will hold. This stock is consolidating and it needs some time. Unless momentum catches up, this stock may not make a big move faster. So with a stop loss of 90 rupees, I will hold on to NHPC in my portfolio.
Okay, one more question. In fact, there are two questions in one. So we have questions on the railway story, IRCTC versus RVNL. Those who have bought and are still holding on, what would your view be here?
Sakshi, I am crystal clear. I would definitely advocate a switch from RVNL to IRCTC. IRCTC definitely a stock to hold on. Valuation comfort is there and it enjoys monopoly. So for me, IRCTC is a hold. And if you have RVNL, please shift that money from RVNL, book profits and come back to IRCTC even at current market price.
Okay, Abhishek wants to know if you can suggest any semiconductor related stocks. He's chosen CG Power or Moschip Technologies. Are these good or would you add another name from your list, sir?
See, when it comes to CG Power, yes, this has been a big turnaround story and stock has made already a great move. However, at current market price, if you want to buy, I will definitely advocate a strict stop loss of around 660 on CG Power and then buy. Last 2 days volume has been on the positive side. So yes, with a stop loss of 660 buy CG Power, look at targets of around 800 initially and if it crosses 800 decisively, then 1000 rupees possible on CG Power. But don't forget to have a strict stop loss of 660 on a closing basis.
Okay, Rudra, there's a question from one of your followers, Jnanesh Jnani. He says, thank you for this amazing opportunity, Business Today Television, to interact with Rudra, sir. I really want to ask him this question on ITC, if he can provide me a short-term view on ITC, Rudra.
Yeah, Sakshi, I still remember so well on ITC and people were making fun of this stock when it was 200 rupee. All were talking about buy ITC at 200, target 200, stop loss 200 because this was not at all moving and it was just sleeping for a long time. But then once it made the move, yes, now ITC is not at 200. It has given 150% return in no time. And now you are seeing it closer to those levels of 500, 510. So if someone wants to buy into ITC right now, I may not advocate a level closer to 480 is a good entry point on ITC if you want to hold it for your portfolio. But for a short-term trader, I would definitely recommend a stop loss of 495. And yes, if it holds 495 and crosses 520, which is a short-term resistance, then yes, further up move for short-term can be seen. So I would be a buyer above 520. keeping a stop loss of 495 and looking at higher targets of around 550 on ITC, but it has to cross 520 for catching any buy momentum.
Okay, got it. Let's take the next question. This is again from one of your followers. This is Shivakumar. He says, I'm a fan of Rudra sir. Can you please ask him to give me a view on Larsen and Tubro for short term, LNT?
See, for me, L&T is definitely a stock one can hold in one's portfolio and ride that stock. Yes, for very short term also L&T looks good. Keep a stop loss of around 3,580 and be long on L&T. Look at targets of around 3,680, 3,700 to come. There is slight profit booking today, but then I will hold on with a stop loss of 3,580.
Okay, we'll take the last question now. This is from Samvit Nageshwar. He says, can Rudra sir please help with the long-term view on NTPC?
Okay, see, this is one stock which I really liked along with even Power Grid and even PFC, RECs. These were all good stories from PSU. But then right now valuation is definitely a concern. If you are a short-term trader, yes, continue long on NTPC and you can have a strict stop loss of around 385 on NTPC and continue a positional long on this stock. But however, if you are looking to buy them for investment and to your portfolio, unless you have a long time frame of 3 to 5 years at least in your investment portfolio, if you want to hold it for that kind of a larger time frame, then yes, buy NTPC or else I will avoid. But however, for short term, 385 should be a stop loss for you to have long positions in NTPC.
Okay, got it. Well, thank you so much, Rudra, for sparing your time for us and on this very special edition. It's always so wonderful that you can take out time and to meet and greet all the viewers. Many of them are your fans as well, and you can actually help them, guide them better in the current stock market journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sakshi.
All right, with that, viewers,